Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about something that I have mentioned before, and I had a couple other videos that were more time sensitive that I needed to get up before this one, but I'm really excited to be talking about the $5.50 Huda dupe that I found online. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. I want to start off by saying that this is definitely not clickbait. I did find a dupe for the Huda Gemstone Obsessions that I really like, and it does vary in price. At the time that I bought it, it was $5.50, but it comes with two dupes for different Huda palettes, so really it was like $2.25 for the Gemstone Obsessions dupe palette. Now, I am currently wearing the Huda palette on one of my eyes and the You Can Be, all one word, You Can Be makeup dupe on my other eye. And I asked my husband which one he thought was Huda, and he said this one. I'm gonna pop up a picture that I took so that y'all can take a closer look at the makeup. And I will tell you at the end which side it is, so just make a guess on whether it is my left side or my right side that is Huda and which one is the dupe. So we're talking about this Huda Beauty Gemstone Obsessions palette. This is the first one that she put out that has the various colors in it, and based on the success of this one, she put out the topaz, emerald, amethyst. I think it's 5 different ones that are around a single color, but this was the first one that came out. And part of the reason that I wanted it so badly was that this purple shade right in the middle here, I went into Sephora and this girl that was working there had beautiful makeup and this purple, and I was like, what is that you're wearing? And she said, oh, it's the Huda Gemstone Obsessions. So I said, okay, I'm going to have that palette eventually. And this is the palette that is the dupe. This is the You Can Be Mask palette. It's 18 shades, but as you can see, there's actually two different. This one is a dupe for the Huda Gemstone Obsessions, and this one is a dupe for the Huda Mauve palette, which I do not have, so I have not had a chance to compare that one. I'm gonna have to borrow it from my friend Lucy and see, because I think she has all the mini Hudas. So I was most interested, of course, in the dupe for the Gemstone palette right here. And starting off comparing the two, oh, I hate bending it backwards like this, but the mirror is huge. I mean, as you can see, it has a giant mirror. And the You Can Be makeup is made in China. So this company is in China and it is manufactured in China. Like a lot of American companies do manufacture their more affordable makeup in China. You know, like Morphe, for example, is manufactured in China. So being manufactured in China is not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of, not dupes, but rip-offs, fraudulent makeup, replicas, things that, like, you know, a lot of the Kylie replicas and stuff like that is manufactured in China. The stuff that claims to be a designer brand but really isn't. So I think stuff that gets manufactured in China gets a really bad rap, and it doesn't necessarily mean that because something is manufactured in China that it is bad. I first heard about You Can Be when I was tagged by an Instagram friend in a big giveaway that they were doing, and I did not win the giveaway, but I was really interested in this palette, so I went ahead and bought it on Amazon. They had a discount code that made the whole thing $5.50, and I'm an Amazon Prime member, so it was free shipping, so it was pretty easy to say, well, yeah, I'll spend $5 on this palette, and if it's bad, then I'll just throw it away. So I did use, first of all, the mauve side of it, and then I used the gemstone side of it. And the thing that I can say about this palette, this mirror is so big I can't block it. The one thing I can really say about the palette is it is not something that you're going to react to. I don't have super sensitive skin, but I do have more sensitive than average skin. I have worn most of these colors all day long, like putting on in the morning, go to work. I haven't had any itching. I haven't had a burning sensation, which is something that people a lot of times will report with fraudulent makeup and rip-offs, not necessarily with dupes, but that is something that another one of the big that's gotten really a lot of attention. I don't know that I would say it's popular, but the Copycat Beauty from Bad Baby that she's promoting, a lot of people have said that made their eyes burn or they had a reaction to it. I definitely did not have that happen with any of these, which was something that I was expecting, so I was pleasantly surprised. It is more than likely not cruelty-free. I will double check that and post it, you know, in a little pop-up and let y'all know, but I'm pretty sure it's not cruelty-free. Most things that are sold in China are not. China requires that makeup and beauty products be tested on animals in order to be able to sell in China. So that is definitely something to factor in if you're somebody who only buys cruelty-free makeup. My initial impression of the You Can Be makeup was that I was really shocked at how good quality it was. It is not the same quality as the Huda, obviously, and but this is really not for people who are looking for the highest quality makeup. This is for people who can't afford to run out and buy, you know, this little tiny palette for what, $19? Is that how much it costs? I don't even know. I'm gonna have to look it up. These are $27 each. Regular price. I think I got this one when I had a 15% off Rouge coupon, or 20%. But yeah, that's still a lot of money to pay for a little tiny palette. So comparing the two, they are pretty similar in color. I apologize for the reflection here. You can see the pans on the You Can Be are a lot bigger than the pans on the Huda, so you are getting a little bit more. Let's see, the You Can Be says its net weight is 1.6 grams per pan, and the Huda is 1.1 grams per pan. So you are getting more eyeshadow in this, even though it is cheaper than the Huda. So I did a series of swatches on my arm that I took photographs of, and I'm gonna pop those in, but I wanted to do some live ones because one of the things I will say about the You Can Be palette is there is one color in particular that I like better in this one than I do the Huda, if you can believe that. All right, so in this palette, the Huda is a lot more duochrome. You're going to have a little bit more depth in the colors, and some of them are a lot more glittery. This color right here, however, this top pink, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it for y'all. I honestly prefer, God, is that even on there? There we go. I honestly prefer the You Can Be. Helps if I turn it the right way. And that is also the top. It's a little bit creamier in the You Can Be. And it has more, if I can get it to focus here, it's so light. It's got more of a pop and a shininess to it than the Huda does. And they look pretty similar. Ugh. The Huda has a lot more fallout, yikes. It does look very similar here, even up close, but I just find like for a brow bone accent or like an inner corner, the UKB has a lot more pop. The Huda is more of a duochrome, so it's not as like boom bright in your face, but it does have a little bit more going on when you get up close to it. And since I'm pointing, I'll tell you that this side is the UKB and this side is the Huda. So this one definitely has more of a pop. And when I asked my husband which of the sides did he think was the Huda, he picked this side, which is the UKB makeup side. So I thought that was interesting. I'm not gonna live swatch all of these for you because frankly, that would be tedious and I think it would be boring for y'all too. The one color that definitely stood out in the UKB as not measuring up was the blue shade. Make sure I'm using a different finger here. So the blue shade here in the UKB. And you'll see in my picture swatches, there was a one finger swatch right there. That even with multiple going back over top to make it a little bit bolder, the UKB still did not measure up. You can see it's like almost completely gone off this finger that I swatched it on. So there's the Huda, and just swatching the Huda underneath, huge difference. But honestly, this is sort of what I expected all of the dupe to be like, and it's not like that at all. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch. Well, first I'm gonna take my handy dandy dirty makeup eraser that I pre-wet here and clean my fingers off because I want the colors to be as true as possible. And we're gonna do the purple for you, the shade that influenced me to buy this. So I've got the purple. In the Huda. All right, I'm gonna take a clean finger, go into the purple in the UKB. There you go. And go right next to it. And there is not enough difference in the purples to even like in person wearing it be able to say, yes, that's different. I mean, look at that. They're pretty much the same, whereas the blue, obviously that one is not very pigmented. It's gonna wear off. That's gonna wear off as you blend it. I don't think I have a brush here. Like if I had a brush, I would like just try to blend it out, and you can see it's just completely fading away. Where is the Huda? You know, you can actually blend out. Since I'm not much of a blue person, that's probably the one shade that I would never use in either the Huda or the UKB, so not like a big loss there. Now in the red, since I've been doing the Huda first, we'll just go ahead and continue and show you the red. This is so much harder to swatch things on screen. There's the Huda in the red. And the UKB. Right here, the UKB on the pinky. And we're just gonna go right next to it. So you can see the red is not quite as pigmented either, but overall, I mean, you're talking $22 less for twice the palettes. So, you know, if you're somebody that doesn't have a lot of money to spend on high-end makeup, this is definitely worth the price. I think on Amazon right now it's $11, I want to say. Look that up. Right now it is $10.99 on Amazon's website, and I will include a link to it in the description box down below. And I don't have an Amazon affiliate code or anything, so I'm not making any money off of your purchase if you decide to purchase it. This is not a sponsored video. It is just something that I wanted to do. So there you have it. The Huda Beauty Gemstone Obsessions versus the You Can Be Mask palette. Really, I mean, it's tough. You know, there are dupes out there that are just really crappy and not worth the money, but honestly, you know, if you're not somebody that can afford to spend $27 for 9 shadows, this is definitely worth the $11. Well, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that maybe I've inspired you to try the You Can Be makeup. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below, and I hope to see you in the next video.